But I thought, first of all, I'll just show you some of the papers that you're going to get in this set, and then we can go through it and just make one up together. You're going to get the templates, the basic templates. So if you don't want to make exactly what we're making here now, you want to change the papers, you've got the templates as well. This is just one of the sheets, but you get them for the book side and everything like that. You've got this beautiful effect here, leather effect paper there, and you've got that lovely old red, so we're going to make a very romantic card. We've got the inside of the card here, or you can swap it around if you want. You might, but this will look lovely on the interior of the card, and you've got that lovely old paper effect inside. Then you've also got the template already made up for you with the creates the concertina to go down the inside of the card. If I can show you this card here, this is an example of what we're going to make. And if I open this up, you can see you've got that lovely effect there. You've got the concertina hearts there, and you can see on the end, that's what this section creates there. We're going to make a card much more decorative than that one. So that's going to create the edges of the card. Then you've got all these. Now we've done these ready for you, but again, you can use your templates and cut any design out you want. Got these lovely ones. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the hearts are different sizes. Now I've also given you a wrap because you can close these books up anywhere you want. A little bit of the Velcro, a little bit of a little tag on it, or something like that. But we're going to create a wrap. Now you've got the option of printing both of those out so they go on top of each other to put a wrap around the book, or you can print out this one which has got the both of them already on there for you. You're going to be saving yourself ink. You've also got a great cover to go on the front of the card, and this is going to, we're going to use this. You can use all three on a wrap if you want to, but we're going to use that on the front, and then these two are going to form a wrap. And if you were going to be using a full sheet of the design and cut it out, then cut it out with a scalpel, and then all these bits you can save, incorporate into the design if you want to, or you can use them on another card. Now I just want to give you the principle of these book cards. You can always go and have a look at the demonstration for more tips and advice. There is the book card. That's a basic book card, not decorated. The book opens up and that concertina's down. Now they've designed so they've got a nice crease here. That just goes into the middle like that. And then that folds over the top. And the good thing is it all folds flat then. So if you want to post it into an envelope or put decoupage in there, the whole thing folds flat. And when it comes out of the envelope, it opens up like that. And you've got that beautiful 3D effect there. Now you could put, you could use one, you could use them all the same size. You could put your decoupage in there, perfect for any kind of layering, shaker cards. You can do all sorts of things with these. Anyway, let's make something. Now, from using your template, I put it through. I've already cut lots of the pieces out, so we save time. Imagine that's an A4 sheet like that. If I just find it, it's here somewhere. Now you've got, oh, come here, come to daddy. There's the A4 sheet there. And all you do is print that out. Then you will turn it over. Oh, it's got printing on there, but never mind. And you will print that colour on the opposite side. Then put it through and print the pattern onto the book. And then all you do is where the two creases, where the lines are, you just take an embossing tool and you just crease, crease, crease. And if I find it's easiest if you fold the middle over first that way, like that, and then fold the two edges over and turn that over, so you end up like that. And then the middle section, if you fold that in and those two over, so you create that W shape there, and you've got that V, and you've got the book there, so it folds nice and flat, but it kind of springs open, ready to be filled with the bits and pieces. Now, I just want to show you this, show you how this works. There you go. Here's an example here. Now, you've got the pattern, so if you want to cut your own designs out, you can. When you print this out, you can see it's got the lines either side. Now, all you do is take a ruler, and where the lines are, just take an embossing tool or a blunt instrument and just score down from line to line. This is going to create an indentation in your paper. So then you can just score the whole thing and then cut them out and then just fold them, and you end up with two like this. And all I've done is where the scores are, folded one way, then the other way, then fold that way, then that way, then that way, then that way. So you end up with that, a bar. Now I've printed on both sides, but you don't need to. But then you've got that concertina there, and I'm going to use the old-fashioned paper effect for the outside of the book. But you can see how that's concertina together, and I've done that with both of these. So those are the sides of my cards. I've also got all my layers of the cards to give the 3D a look already cut out here as well. There's one, just take that off there, I'll stick that in a minute. You've got the small, you've got the next size, which is that one, and then you've got the next size, and then you've got the next size that goes over the top there. So now all you've got to do is assemble it. I think once you've made one of these, they are so easy to do. Now I'm going to have that on the outside, that yellowy effect. So I've got to decide, I'm going to stick that onto the inside there like that. Now the way I do it is this. Don't forget, everybody's got their own ways of doing things, and this is mine. So I'm just going to put some glue down the inside. If you want to use glue tape, you can do, obviously. So I'll put some glue down there. And then the first one is going to fit. Now the first flat there is onto the inside there, and you just position that directly over the top and then press it down. Then I'm taking the opposite side, make sure I've got it the right way around, and position that onto there like so, and press it down. So there's my first one, and you can see that's all nicely stuck down, and that's ready to have the second layer. So there's my first bit there. You can see that's stuck in there perfectly. Now I'm going to decorate this up as I go along. I've got a little bit of glue on this one. I'm just going to put some glue there, and I'm just on the little bit of the heart there. I've got the rose then just slowly overlapping over the heart. I'm going to stick the next one down. Again, just turn it over. A little bit of glue either side, like that. Really simple, and you'll be amazed how quickly these come together. And you could decorate them as you go along, or make up a few books so you can decorate at a later time. That just slots into there, and then press it down. That's in position. And then the next one just folds over there like that, and that fits into there. Again, press it down, and you've got that. And that's all nicely stuck down there, ready. I'm going to take another one of the roses. I've got a little rose here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that one, and that's going to stick there. So it's just slowly, just gently overlapping the inside of the heart, and you can see how that's building up now, creating that 3D look. And I've got the roses as I go along. Finally, I've got the next one. Now I've designed these as well so that you can use them in many different ways. I've designed it so you get the biggest possible book out of one sheet of paper, but you can choose whether to put all the same size templates on or smaller ones. Now I've designed a big aperture for the last one, but if you use the last one, then you're going to have to just trim it, and I'll explain that in a second as we do it. So there's the next one stuck on there. So that's going to go there, and I'm going to stick one more of the roses, if I can find them. There we go. One more of the roses there, and I think I'll stick that just down there. So just a little bit of glue on there, and that can stick there. Can you see how that's building up? Really getting that lovely 3D look. Finally, I'm going to stick that. Now you'll notice this will show a little bit, but I've designed it that way so that you can just trim it. Just depends what you're doing. So I'm going to stick that down on there, and a little bit of glue either side, like so, like that. And then you're going to bring that together like so. That goes onto the edge there, and stick it down. And then the other side comes over and sticks down like that. So I've built up the whole card. Now that you could send as a card if you want. You don't have to put it inside the book. Can you just come out a bit, Barry? There you go. So if you just, that makes a fantastic card on its own. And what you can see the two little bars here either side. All you do with that, now if you give me a bit of a wide shot, you just put your scissors in there and just trim around the bar. I've done it this way so that you can actually get a nice big aperture, but it depends on which way the design is, so you can do these in many different ways. But I want you to have a really big aperture there, but keep the strength. You see, I've just trimmed around that, so you've still got the strength of the bar there, but you've still got a nice wide aperture. Can you see that? There you go. And I'm going to do the same with the opposite side. Just put your scissors in there and just run the scissors around, cutting out part of that bar. Obviously you can do a better job than me, you're closer up. So that's going to go there like that. So you can see how that's nicely done now. You've got that lovely 3D look and you've got the roses builded up. Now I could put another little rose on the end there like that, so there like that. But I think I'm going to put a larger one there at the bottom. So it just sticks out there like that and creates that wonderful effect. So I just need to put a little bit of glue on there. You can use foam pads if you want to. And that's going to go on there, just finishing off the front of the card. And there you go. Now, as I said, you could use that as a card on its own. If we have a closer look on that, you can use that as a card on its own, and that will just stand and it will go flat into a card envelope. And you can do that. But I think it looks fantastic if you actually put it into the book. So that's going to fit into there like so. You see that? How fantastic that looks? And you've got the edge. Now all I've got to do now is put a little bit of glue on the back. And you can use tape as well if you want to. A little bit of glue there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Now you can do various options. You can put a hole in the back of that book there so you can see right through it. But I'm just going to keep it basic for this one. Just position that into your book exactly where you want it, and I think that's fine. Then press it down, you can see nice and flat it goes, and then you've got the book that goes over there, like so. If you can just come out a little bit closer, and you've got the book there that opens up, and then that folds flat. Now if you want to fold it flat, so now we're going to decorate the outside of it. So I've taken the book section here, this lovely gold old leather one. And the first thing I'm going to do is just stick that down onto the front. Now we're going to make a wrap to go around the outside so it can keep it together nice and flat. You can make a box for these as well so they fit in. And I'm just going to stick these two together as you can see. So there's the first one, I printed that out. And now I'm just going to take a section here that's going to fit onto there. And I'm just going to take the double-sided tape off the back. It's just going to stick down. There you go. So there's the front of my wrap. And then I've got the next section here. I've just got a little bit of double-sided tape, foam tape, and that's going to fit over the top to give it a little bit of a 3D look. Then I've got some nice roses to go on the front too, to match. And I'm just gluing the first one down. That's going to go right down in the middle. The next ones, I've got a little bit of foam on those, double-sided foam tape. And that's going to overlap there, so it gives more of a 3D look. And I'm going to stick one about there, and one down at the bottom. So I've got that. I mean, you could do this as proper 3D as well if you wanted to. So there you go. That is the front of my wrap now. Isn't that fantastic? Looks really good. That fits over and that wraps around. So to make sure that's in the right place perfectly, I'm just going to take a little bit of masking tape because I don't want it to move. Oh no. And just stick that down so it stays in the right position. So that's there like that. That goes down. Just sticking it down either side. Just a little bit of low tack masking tape. And that sticks down like that. Now, I'm turning that over. It's not going to move. And I can just flatten that down exactly how I want it. And then just use my embossing tool. Oops, I'm throwing it at you now. Just crease along there. And do the same with the other side too. Crease along there. That's going to make it easier to wrap over. And now I'm going to trim these ends off once I've wrapped them. That goes over there like that. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then that goes over there like that, like so. Now I'm going to trim that off and stick it down. There's plenty of wrap there. So I'm just using a little bit of glue underneath. I don't want it too tight. Just make sure there's plenty of room there for it to open up. That sticks down there like that. And I've got one more rose I'm going to stick onto the back just to finish that off and make it look a little bit more neat and tidy. There you go. That's the rose on the wrap that goes around it. So now you've got the complete card finished. There's my card. Now it's all nice and flat because it's held together with the wrap front of the card. And if I want to open the card up, that just slides off like so. And then you say, oh, what's happened? Oh, there's my card. And it all springs out and it stands there and looks absolutely fantastic. So there you can see that's the brilliant card that you can make.